Hey guys, Marsingan here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so today I am finally getting around to doing the special pose mission for the Cell Max event. Obviously with the Resurrection of F Blue stuff coming out and the couple of Easy A's and things like that, this took a little bit of a back seat. I have been working on trying to do the run without the Gammas. I've seen a couple of screenshots. The Ginyu Force suffers from the major issue in this event where the harder hitting units just do too much damage now thanks to the event bonus. So none of the units get enough time to stack. Even after like only getting sort of 2 or 3, maybe 4 supers, AGL Ginyu is still taking way too much damage in the tech phase at the end. And if you are able to get low enough on HP to get the transformation, you're just rolling the dice with his chance to dodge. And I have not been particularly lucky. This run, however, I decided, you know what, we'll give it a go with the Gammas, because I completely forgot that the secondary leader skill for Gamma 2 is special pose, so obviously we can use them as the leader and not just on the team. So I thought we'd give it a try, and not only was this a one and done, it is also a no item run, and as you can see from the run time of the video, it also did not take very long. And that is basically just down to the overwhelming power of the Gammas. So I am running the Guldo and Raccoon as a slot 1 tank rotation with the Int Captain Ginyu, because again, the AGL Captain Ginyu doesn't get enough time to stack. He does too much damage in the early phases. Like Captain Ginyu can literally one-shot the STR phase, and then if he gets an additional super, he can pretty much solo the physical phase as well, which obviously doesn't lend well when you have characters that need to build up. Because even Raccoon and Guldo, they're a really good slot 1 tank, but they need to get hit a bunch of times in order to be fully built up. So if you get to the tech phase and they've only been hit like once or twice, and then they eat a super in slot 1, you're dead. Or, you know, you're not either immediately dead or you just don't have enough HP to survive the rest of the rotation. So, you have to be careful. Now, I brought in Gotenks because when I was looking at the special pose roster, I just wanted another unit that potentially would at least be able to survive like normal attacks against the Tech Cell Max. So I thought we'd bring this guy because obviously once he transforms into a Super Saiyan, he has the ability to do built-in additionals. Each one of his supers is greatly raising his defense. So I figured if we brought him on the team and just use him as a slot 1 floating unit, then he would potentially have some solid value. But as it turns out, he was in slot 7, so this is his first appearance, and I'm fairly sure he doesn't even come back on rotation again before the end. So here we are in the tech phase. Now, this is the worst case scenario for getting to the here as the first turn, because obviously the Gammas are, you know, the power rotation. So many of my runs attempting it with just the Ginyu Force have ended in disaster with Jace and Berta not dodging. The number of times I've had a run that's been going really, really well, and then I get to this final phase and they dodge all the normal attacks, but then they still get hit by a super. And even after Jace and Berta have supered, like mine are Rainbow level 10 links, and they'll get hit by a super attack from Tech Cell Max for like 4 to 500k, even with type advantage and all that. So the number of runs that have been lost by them dodging all the normals and then getting hit by a super is pretty savage. And you can see there, Int Ginyu, as good as he can be, still taking a lot of damage from the normal attack. This is why I put Raccoon and Guldo in the last slot. I knew we were getting close to, like, the event is either going to be over soon or we're going to be dead. And with Raccoon and Guldo, as I've already said, as good as they are defensively, if they were in slot 1 and had eaten that super attack, we would be dead. So, but yeah, I think this actually might even be the final turn. The Gamma 2 absolutely is like on crack on this turn. Like you're gonna see, right? Like he just goes off, and that's what allows us to get the victory so easily. So, like I say, I do want to still work on a run of beating this stage without using the Gammas, just to show that it can be done. I've seen screenshots already, so I know it can be done. But I would like to show it as a video for those of you out there who didn't pull the Gammas. But, I mean, this video is just a showcase of how ridiculous they can be at their full potential. Because even an additional normal from Gamma 1 there was good enough to do a decent bit of extra damage. And then 440k from a super. that's him built up, but when his guard runs out. Mine has 2 dupes. So even them, who are like perfectly poised to be super powerful in this event, it's still not like a free and easy clear. Although I say that, but Gamma 2 is about to show us exactly why he is the GOAT. So 10 million crit on his first super. Then we get an additional normal. Now he's doing another additional super attack, which is another now 11 million damage. Now here comes the next one, 9.8. So when I was watching this play out, I was like, okay, this is going to be the last one, right? Like, wonder how much damage he's going to take after this. But he's like, nah, don't worry, I got you, fam. Here's another one. Now we break the 10 million barrier. And I don't think he would even need to crit for this to be the finishing blow. Yeah, exactly. There you go. And there's that KO screen. So go back and see just how much HP Cell Max had before Gamma 2 even started attacking him. And yeah, this man just came out and absolutely bodied Cell Max all by himself. So obviously, you know, the missions are kind of revolving around, well, I say that, right? The missions can be done without the new units. This is the same argument that people were having during the Worldwide Celebration for that Spirit of the Saiyans event. It can be beaten without, like, the boosted units or the brand new summonable units. But as you can see, it is obviously way easier. Now, we got lucky without, with getting no, like, rotation locks and stuff. I think Jason Berta were locked in slot 1 on that turn where I wanted to put them in slot 1 anyway, which means we ended up doing a no item run. The support, I did bring a support memory, but we didn't even get the chance for it to go off. I bought the Icarus one, but the only time we ever lost a major amount of health was in the turn where we ended up finishing him off, which was when Gamma 1 got supered. So there you go, that is the special pose mission for Cell Max beaten. Absolute domination from the Gammas. I will still try working on a run of beating it without using them, but it's becoming like one of those really difficult no-item runs where I'm just trying attempt after attempt after attempt, getting to the tech phase and then just getting blown out of the water by him. So I will keep working on it, but obviously this is just a good showcase of how ridiculously powerful the Gammas are in this event, if you get, you know, the right scenario for them. Because even they do so much extra damage in the earlier phases that it can be very difficult to get them to build up. Because you want Gamma 1 to take hits so he can build up his defense, but he's also getting extra attack every time he gets hit. So if you have like him on the first rotation against the STR phase, and there's a couple of attacks in slot 1, the build-up that he's getting from taking those couple of attacks is probably going to mean that he does enough damage on his super to just one-shot the first phase, which then means the AGL, like Gamma 2, he doesn't get any opportunities for him to attack, and he builds up by attacking. But then, of course, the flip side of that is if you put Gamma 2 in slot 1, because he's AGL, so even if the STR Cell Max super attacks you straight away, he's not going to die. He's going to then one-shot, or maybe two-shot, depending on how much that first super does, which then means Gamma 1 hasn't been hit at all for building up his passive. And since he's the one that's going to take, like, the slot 1 hits when you get to the tech phase, you definitely want to make sure that he's getting his build-up. So I did make a video when I first tested them out against Cell Max, and I literally called the video something like, are they too powerful? Because that's the problem that you have in that event, where you have to strike that fine balance between getting them to actually be able to build up, whilst obviously still getting their attacks off and doing damage. But anyway, there you go. Special pose beaten, set a new record. It was just under 6 minutes and with no items as well. So that really shows you the full-on Gamma domination. So if you've beaten this mission, let me know what you used down below. If you have beaten it without the Gammas, let us know what team build you used. I've got a couple of different ones that I've been trying out. So like I say, I will continue to do a few attempts. But that is that mission at least done for me now. So I'm back to having every mission in the game completed. So there you go. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.